And welcome into High Top Sports Network. Apologize for the technical difficulties. We're underway here in the first quarter. The Foxes out to a 7-0 lead against the Armstrong Riverhawks. Here's Jacob Zepp, baseline jumper, and good. Zepp with a nice basket there.
It's actually 9-7, Joe.
Oh, is it 9-7?
Yeah, I know you can't see the scoreboard from where you're sitting. It's an interesting view up here in the press box.
So 9-7 in favor of the Foxes, as Josh said there. Shot from range, good. Number 14 knocking it down. That was Moser. We got a roster handwritten here. I think it says Ike. Is that Ike? I'm not sure. Wow.
I like
off to a hot start. So a 12-7 lead now in favor of the Foxes. Olsen with the basketball. Gets it over to Riggle. Riggle with a nice game and Armstrong's big section win against Woodland Hills, and that one's going to stay here after the hustle. It appeared that Rehack had hit that off of Wiles, but to no avail. It'd be nice if we had a stool in here. There's nowhere to sit, really.
There's nowhere to really do anything. It's as I said, an interesting setup here. Of course, thanks to Mike O'Brien, the athletic director down here at Fox Chapel, really doing his best to make it hospitable for us, as always. But there are bars and walls and stuff.
And I have a handheld microphone tonight.
A handheld microphone and a handwritten roster.
Bartolovic at the free throw line after the foul. Riverhawks down by 5. Front rim no good. Wiles and Maloki back into the game for their respective teams here. Might want to bring that mic down a little bit. There you go. And bucket good on the second by Bartolovic. One thing to note here so far, Josh, 5 fouls for both teams in this first quarter. That's got 41 seconds left in it. Again, we apologize for the late start. This game originally was to be played at Armstrong Junior-Senior High School, but some maintenance issues there. Everybody having some issues today, apparently, but the gym not functional tonight, so the game moved here, and then the other matchup between these two teams will take place then on the second. Wow. What a shot there by Moser, banking it in. Looked like it might have been a walk prior to it, but nothing doing. Now the Riverhawks with an opportunity for the last shot. 14-8 your score. Valasek pulls it up. Back rim, no good. Loose ball. Riggle with a shot and good. Isaiah Riggle with the rebound and put back. A big bucket there to close out the first quarter and bring the Riverhawks back within 4 points. Your score after one, Fox Chapel 14, Armstrong 10. And want to hop right into it. Thank our sponsors. They're the ones that allow us to run all around God's creation here, back and forth up Route 28 and all these other roads of Pennsylvania to cover these games for you tonight. Want to thank the scoreboard sponsor, Ryan Bowser State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser State Farm is there, be it your home, auto, even pet insurance. Ryan Bowser is your go-to right there on the main drag, 5th Avenue, Ford City, PA. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser State Farm is there. Just to recap, again, you probably missed a little bit of that first quarter. The Riverhawks and the Foxes jousting with fouls, as I said there before the end of the quarter. 5 fouls for both teams, so quite a few there. Going to kind of be a storyline to watch here to see how foul trouble equates into this one. Very important factor there. Shot by Riggle there at the end of the quarter brought it back within 4, but a pretty even first quarter between these two section foes. Fox Chapel, the top of this section, a record of 7-6. Riverhawks come in with a record of 8-4, 1-1 in section, 2-0 in section are the Foxes. So a big matchup here in terms of the standings. Armstrong will start with the basketball here in quarter number 2. Olsen of Alsek tries to set a screen. Good slip by the Foxes. Olsen baseline, dishes to Bartolovic. Bartolovic kicks it back out. Zepp's going to dribble left hand, hand off to Valasek. Back to Zepp. Zepp thinks about the shot. He's going to go baseline instead. Pull up shot blocked. A nice job there defensively. And right the other way, the block was by 22, Kaiser. And quickly to the other end to score was Rehack. So 16 to 10 your score. Ball reversal there by Olsen. Valasek looking for the screen. Zepp sets it. Valasek thinks about the shot. He's going to drive, beats his defender, pull up at the free throw line. Back rim, no good. Rebounded by Rehack, and the Foxes looking to add to their lead. Rehack, as he did in the last possession, to the rim. No foul there. Could have gotten an over-the-back call against Bartolovic. So the Riverhawks now looking to score for the first time in this quarter. There is Olsen, no good. Bartolovic with the rebound, up off the glass, no good. Another chance for the Riverhawks, and good. Jack Valasek making the most of the third opportunity on that possession for the Riverhawks.
Well, Joe, I was just about to say that Fox Chapel has really limited Armstrong on the offensive glass, but right there they get 2 offensive rebounds and the putback by Jack.
6:17 left, second quarter of play here in Fox Chapel. Section matchup, the third for both of these teams. Again, the Riverhawks 1-1 thus far. The Fox is 2-0. The game that was supposed to be played at Armstrong here at Fox Chapel. And the game on the second then will take place at Armstrong. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Zepp. Riverhawks doing a good job of limiting single opportunities. There's Riggle, no good. Chance by Bartolovic. In the last 2 possessions, the Riverhawks making the most of the offensive glass, but a travel called there against Bartolovic.
Tough call going against Bartolovic right there. I thought he had his foot down and established the pivot before the spin, but apparently not.
So 16-12 your score. Of course, Riverhawks again coming off that big win against Woodland Hills at home, and a travel called at the other end, so exchange of turnovers by the two clubs, and the ball will go back to Armstrong. Even thus far in this quarter, 2 points apiece. 5 minutes and 34 seconds left. Ian Olsen, the point guard for the Riverhawks, with the basketball, enjoying one of his last final games with the team until before he heads to warmer areas.
Sunny Florida.
Yep, IMG Academy. That one knocked away. Loose ball. Here are the Foxes now with an opportunity. Nice dish and bucket up and good. And a timeout by the Riverhawks. Didn't see the number on that, Josh, because I'm watching on this tiny screen. But it's a full timeout by the Riverhawks, who now trail by 6. I want to thank another one of our wonderful sponsors. That, of course, the one, the only, Terry Steffi and the folks at Steffi's Country Catering. Josh, playoff season here now for the NFL, and good time to check out the Sunday specials by Terry. There's always a variety. There's different options, and I think you can speak to that.
Oh, I could speak to it at length. Terry always hooking it up, slicking you up, as we say in the Worthington, Collinsville metropolis area. But, yeah, check out those Sunday takeout specials. Obviously, the Steelers and the Bills going at it this Sunday, Wild Card Weekend. Check out at Terry Steffi on Facebook. See what Terry's got going on for the weekend. Trust me, when it says deal for 5, just add 3 more people to that. Terry, generous helpings, to say the very, very least, Joe.
Apologize again. Some interesting things happening here at Fox Chapel. There's Bartolovic off his leg. He's going to go back up with it off the glass. No good. Gets his own rebound up again and good. Bartolovic with a nice hustle play there to get his own board. Again, the Riverhawks doing an excellent job on the offensive glass here so far. Josh, take over play-by-play if you would. Oh, nope, we're good. I got her back.
Good. I'm looking at bricks right here. I'd add to
14-8 or 18-14. However, whichever side you're on. But nice play there by Bartolovic, providing some size for the Riverhawks here in 2023-24 season. There's a pull-up elbow splash. Nice-looking shot at the pull-up on that far side elbow by Betancourt Jones. Alex Betancourt Jones. Now the Riverhawks looking to respond. 20-14, 3:56 left. Riggle out to Valsek. Valsek with a great game in the victory against Woodland Hills. Really led the charge offensively for the Riverhawks, who you'll notice wearing their whites on the road, Josh.
Yeah, everybody probably brought their white uniforms to school.
A rare opportunity to sport the white uniforms on the road, and a rare opportunity for the Foxes to get to wear their red unis at home. Balasek, baseline, pop, shot. Oh, front rim, no good.
It's a tough shot.
And a quick rebound there by the Foxes. Skying for the board there was Will Siegel. Hard to see the point totals as the medal for the backboard on the right side, right in my view, but we'll get you some totals here at halftime. Here's another elbow shot, no good by Betancourt Jones, rebounded by the Riverhawks. Olsen with the spin move up and just a little hard off the glass. A nice extension on that layup, but couldn't get it to go was Olsen, and a save from over and back, and that one's going to stay here as Riggle gets a finger on it. 3 subs coming in for the Foxes. 22, 5, and 14.
See if this is any better standing this way.
Kaiser, Moorfield Brown, and another sub coming in. Zach Wiles for the Riverhawks, who trail by 6. 2:38 left. Lob down low, and a nice job there by Zepp to deflect the entry pass, and the Riverhawks force another turnover. .225 left. Ian Olsen with the basketball. Tries to slip the screen, but a foul called.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there. Caden Kaiser with the bump, and Ian draws a foul.
So with all the fouls we saw in that, did they clear the fouls? It does not look like it, but maybe they.
No, they did. They cleared it at the end of the first quarter.
So there's 5 fouls.
5 fouls per quarter, and then you're on the line for the.
So are there 5? They've committed 5 fouls to Foxes here in the second quarter. Is what you're
No,
telling
they
me.
have not. That's timeouts left that you can see probably.
Fouls so there's fouls. Yep, can't see that.
On the far end.
That's the first foul of the second quarter.
Yeah. But it's hard to see how many. You know, they have that video board right beside it.
Right.
But we have the structure for the backboard blocking it.
Isaiah Riggle with a nice little runner on the last possession. Bring the Riverhawks back within 4. Here's a kick outside. Shot from the corner up. No good. Rebounded by Zepp. Putting up the shot there was Moser, but not meant to be. And again, the Riverhawks limiting the Foxes to just 1 shot. Trying to close the gap further are the Riverhawks. Back within 4. Olsen, Zepp, little hesitation there. Might have had the baseline had he not hesitated. Kick back out there by Wiles. Lucky not to have that one go in the other way as it goes off the hands of Kaiser, and it'll stay here with Armstrong. 1:26 left in quarter number 2.
We can get on our old man yelling at Cloud soapbox right here because, Joe, you made a great point right there. Zepp looked like he had the baseline if he just would have went with the ball. So often these young guys want to put that little shimmy, that head and shoulders, before they put the ball on the deck, and right there, that split second might have cost them.
Olsen kick. That one somehow gets back to Riggle. Riggle hesitates, shot fake, reversal. Zepp thinks about it, and the Riverhawks will reset. Riggle gets the lane, dump off the hands of Wiles. What a nice dish that was. Wiles not expecting it, and off of him and back to the Foxes. 1:07 left here in quarter number 2. And you know, it's Tuesday, Josh. Tomorrow, that's Wednesday, of course. Typically, throughout the world, Wednesday follows Tuesday. I'd like to know a place that it doesn't follow Tuesday. But Wednesdays mean Sushi Madness at Sprankle's Neighborhood Market.
Count it.
And a great place to get your sushi. $5 sushi rolls. And found a new favorite there, Josh. I was explaining it last night on the air with the little fried onions, the things you have on I believe that's what it is. I hope I'm right. I'll have to ask Ryan. But
they are. They're little Crispies. Those fried onions get on top of the green bean casserole.
Yep, and it's amazing.
It's the dragon roll.
Dragon roll, yep. As getting the roll there was number 22,
He got a
Caden Kaiser.
Fox roll there for Kaiser.
So 22-16 after the nice little jumper there from the free throw line by Kaiser. Back in front are the Foxes by 6, and a travel by Wiles. Back-to-back possessions. The Riverhawks have turned the basketball over. Subbing in now for Armstrong. Going out is Olsen, and Cogley in for the aforementioned Olsen.
Tough couple of possessions there for Wiles. Riggle hit him off the hands, out of bounds, and then the travel.
23 seconds left here. Foxes looking probably to hold for the last shot. Two seconds, shot up. No good, tip is good. What a nice move there. The left-handed tip, skying in, was number 12, Will Siegel. Just barely able to get a fingertip on it, and he puts it up and in. And it's a big bucket right before the half.
That's why you crash the boards, Joe. You go in there, throw a hand up, maybe get lucky. And Siegel gets a big bucket right before the buzzer.
And a meaningful last few moments of that second quarter as the Riverhawks close the gap to within 4, but the Foxes with a couple big possessions to make that gap 8 as we head into the final 16 minutes of this game. The Foxes getting a home game here tonight instead of a road trip to Armstrong. Again, Armstrong having some maintenance issues in the gym, so the game moved here to Fox Chapel. Luckily, Mike O'Brien and the folks here were able to accommodate the Riverhawks' issues at home. So now the Foxes will head to Armstrong on February 2nd.
Yeah, I spoke with Mike a little bit right before the game, and he said he was at home already for the evening when he got the call that this game was going to be moved. So back into the school he came, and he and his crew had it all set up, ready to go by the time Armstrong pulled in. That's called efficiency, Joe.
Yeah, Mike's an awesome guy. He's always been really helpful to us. Josh, you can speak probably more to that than I can. You talk to him often about some things whenever we come here or do a game that involves Fox Chapel, and he's always super accommodating and glad to help us out. So we appreciate Mike, and I'm sure Armstrong appreciating Mike's efforts as well here tonight as the Foxes have gained a home game and looking to gain a win as a result. 24-16 your halftime score here on High Top Sports Network. Should mention the gentleman to my left, Josh Reckengast. My name is Joe Rhodes. Glad to be here. Familiar venue. We've been here a couple times, but had a couple issues with getting set up here. Missed a little bit of that first quarter, but glad we're here nonetheless to bring you the action. Josh, they don't have the scoring totals up. Of course, you got to put on a fancy display on that video board you spoke of earlier instead of having the scores up or the totals up for us. But my observation there, equal distribution for the Foxes in that first half. A lot of different scorers getting into the act, be it Kaiser, Moser, and the like, really all kind of contributing to make it kind of an equal distribution there for the Foxes.
Yeah, I think he called Betancourt Jones's name a couple of times as well, and then that tip in there by Siegel right before the buzzer. So, hey, that's what they do down here at Fox Chapel. They don't rebuild, they reload. This team, WPIAL champions a couple years back, they are a strong, strong program, very well coached, disciplined, and you're going to get a game when you come down here to Fox Chapel. For the Riverhawks, a little too strong on their shots, it looked like, in that first half. Valasek hitting back rim a couple of times, Riggle hitting back rim a couple of times, so maybe just a little too much juice for the Riverhawks in that first half. Got to dial it back. Who knows? I don't know if they shot around in the gym before they came down here, but you could speak to going from one gym to another. There's an adjustment period for your eyes when you pull up. You see different things. There's different things that come into your depth perception, so maybe a little bit too strong on the jumpers for the Riverhawks. But I think they did a good job of slowing Fox Chapel down, and that's what they did so well against Woodland Hills. That first quarter against the Wolverines was a track meet. They realized we can't hang with this, slowed it down, kept it close, and then were able to take the lead in the second half. Looks like that's what Coach Kovalowski's trying to do today.
Yeah, in that game against Woodland Hills, the Riverhawks really did rely, as they often do, on the three-point shot. That night they were just efficient and crisp from range, and the likes of Ian Olson getting into the act that night. God typically doesn't shoot threes. Was making him that night. Isaiah Riggle, of course, a three-point sniper. He was getting into it. Jack Valasek, of course, a great shooter from all areas of the court. Just having an efficient night that night. And, that's I always say it's this generation, again, old man yelling at cloud, loves to fall in love with the three-point shot. But if you're making it, you can have nights like the Riverhawks did the other night. Tonight, getting some of those longer shots, not falling thus far, and down by 8, you're going to have to be very efficient here down the stretch if you're the Riverhawks, if you plan to get back into this section game and move above 500 in the section standings. Right now, Riverhawks 1-1. The Foxes looking to move to 3-0 and stay perfect with a victory here tonight. While we have an opportunity, I want to thank another one of our sponsors. It'd be more easy to describe their talents, but all you got to do is log online to see that, and that's Nicola Ann Photography. I was going to say if you were in the Armstrong gym, you'd see it because they're banners that hang in the gymnasium. That, of course, done by Nicola Ann Photography, and just a wonderful job she does with all the local schools taking their photos, but not limited to just that. Does newborn photos, family photos, senior photos, of course. Just a big book of different capabilities at Nicola Ann Photography. Rated one of the best photographers in the area by the Post-Gazette. Make sure you check her out at nicolaann.com. That's NIKKALAANNE.com. Josh, what do you think it's going to take here in the second half for Armstrong to get back in it? As I mentioned, they got it within 4, and then the last few possessions got away from them. Some turnovers costly as the Foxes pounced on those opportunities and put 4 points on the board to make it an 8-point deficit here at halftime.
I like that. Foxes do pounce.
Yeah, that was what I was going for.
I liked it. Very, very well played there. For the Riverhawks in the second half, look, like I said, I think they were a little strong on their jumpers, and as a good color man does, I had a point stored away in my head, ready to make it that they were getting out rebounded.
Ready to pounce with it.
Ready to pounce on said point, and I'm doing the two hands out. I'm pouncing. I was ready to make this point. I saw that.
I was wondering what that was.
That's a pounce. I was ready to make this point that they were getting out rebounded on the defensive glass. On the offensive glass for them. Fox Chapel doing a good job on the defensive glass. And right after that, the next 3 times down the court, the Riverhawks were able to secure an offensive rebound. Bartolovic with a putback, Riggle with a putback. So, if they can stay near even in the rebounding battle, I think they have a chance to close this. 8-point deficit. Obviously, you'd like a lot better to go into that locker room down 6, but Siegel with that running left-handed tip at the buzzer. That's a big bucket right there. You don't think about it at the time, but difference between 8 and 6 points, obviously just 2 points on the scoreboard, but there's a mental thing to it. It's like, oh man, we held them and they got that last bucket. Oh, that was a lucky bucket. And you start to think about stuff like that. You can't, if you're the Riverhawks, just get it out of your mind. Control each possession, get a good, efficient shot. Someone's dunking at halftime. Oh man, you're not allowed to do that. At least you weren't back in my day.
Yeah, but again, one more time for the other old people out there. Man yells at cloud. Yeah, we dunked in pregame or halftime or really any moment that wasn't the game. You either got teed up or scolded very badly in front of all of those in the gym to see. So,
yeah, it was. I got a stay off the rim 44. Screamed in my ear, and I didn't even know I could do it at the time. So I said, "I'm sorry, ref. I didn't know I could do it." And he just was like,
"I didn't know I could do that."
He goes, "All right, stay off the rim 44."
My response to you, and then why are you trying?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "Well, it's halftime." If Coach Ashbaugh were
Josh
here,
actually sounded like that too, folks.
I did. That was my voice in high school.
Ooh, yeah, that was Josh.
It's halftime. Coach Ashbaugh, Todd Ashbaugh, a teacher down here in Fox Chapel Area School District, he was going to do the game with me at Armstrong. Had things not got flipped around, he had a tree come down in his yard, all kinds of
a lot of people have experienced that same thing here today.
All kinds of craziness going on, but Coach Ashbaugh was my JV basketball coach, also my varsity cross-country coach at Katanning way back in the day before he went to another red and white school.
I don't know if you'd be happy that you're dating him as much as you are right now.
Hey, he looks great. He looks, you would never be able to tell. The man keeps himself in phenomenal shape. Looks fantastic. I don't know if he has a gray hair on his head, but he would attest to me sounding like that in high school and also doing idiotic things in the warm-up line. Coach Ashbaugh more than once was like, "Shrek, you can't even make a layup. Why are you trying to dunk?"
Fair point by the one, the only Todd Ashball.
Hope Todd is available whenever these two teams meet in early February.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd like to have Todd on the mic on the 2nd when the Foxes travel to Armstrong. These are important games as we head towards February 2nd, Josh. The section well underway. Both these teams with 2 games played in the section. And so, positioning and jockeying for position certainly at the utmost importance at this time of the year. And really finding your identity. I said that in last night's game, knowing who you are, truly knowing who you are, and finding that style of play as we head down this stretch run, very important. So for the Riverhawks, they love to shoot the 3. They fall in love with shots from range, but when I've seen them at their best, excluding maybe that Woodland Hills game, it's been about getting to the bucket. Somebody like Bartolovic doing a great job. I want to really kind of salute him. He's been really, really solid in the post for the Riverhawks. They've needed that kind of big presence with Isaiah Brown out. Got a clipboard on his lap, looking real coachy.
Oh, he's got the glasses on too.
Yep, and that makes him look even more like a coach. But without his presence down low, a lot of that falls to Bartolovic, who's been great thus far. Back rim on the opening 3, no good. That one just scoots away. Second chance opportunity, no good. So the Riverhawks get away with one there. As open lane now for Olsen, up and good. Nice take by Olsen. Saw that lane from half court, and you could tell he kind of gained some steam there and just took it to the rack and able to go up and score. Bring the Hawks back within 6.
First 2 of the game for Ian. I can kind of see the point totals now.
Nice box out there by Isaiah Riggle to sky for the board. I always get tired of short people saying, hey, I can't box out or I can't rebound. I'm not a rebounder. Yes, you are. Right there, Riggle giving up at least probably 5 inches to his opponent. And an excellent box out. Going to say a travel, I do believe. Nope, we're going to call foul. That's the right call there. I think the contact kind of induced the movement of the feet, so glad the referees got that one correct. Now Olsen will inbound under the basket. Not even a minute into this third quarter, 7:07 left. The Riverhawks, the only team to score here so far. That one lobbed in and a turnover.
Oh, man.
Yeah, maybe some steps, but not going to be called. And a steal by Riggle. Way to come in there out of nowhere. Isaiah Riggle.
The Shadow.
Yeah, that's a great nickname. Valasek going to pull the 3, no good. Again, maybe a possession where put that shot up too quickly, but I know you want to get Jack Valasek some shots and get him comfortable. But maybe run through the offense and look for maybe a higher percentage shot. Great defense again by Riggle. Maybe a switch there, pull up, shot, good. Nice looking shot right inside the 3-point arc from that elbow area. Again, another member of this team getting into the act, Xavier Williams. Only 2 players in this. That's wrong. Xavier Williams is on the Riverhawks. That's my bad. That's Thomas Patterson.
Yeah, Riggle blocked right there, and I think there was a lot of wrist involved in that block. No call.
5 White with the. Wait, who's that? Is that on?
It's on Zepp, I believe.
Away from the basketball, maybe, Josh.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get back up the court and just ran over someone.
26-18. So I thought that was a 3. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. That was a shot from inside the elbow. I pointed that out. If I can remember what I did 5 seconds ago, I'd be much better off. The Fox is looking to make this a double-digit lead. Back in front by 8, the advantage they took into halftime. Is this gray in the middle of the court outside the arcs? Is that new?
Yes, it is.
I was going to say, I like that.
I like it too. I think it's really, really nice.
There's a deep 3 up, no good. Olsen skies for the board, going to get out and run with it. Momentarily, the Riverhawks had numbers, but the Fox is able to get back. Goes up with it. Sky, no, it's nothing called. Some contact for short. Bartolovic up with it. And again, there's what he does for this team and what he's been doing all year long for them is a presence down low.
Dare we name him Big Ben?
Yeah, the other one's retired.
Yeah, that's right.
So the Riverhawks with a big possession there to bring it back within 6. foul called.
Yeah, Bartolovic with the push right there on Kaiser as he was coming through the lane.
A lot of contact on that last possession for the Riverhawks, so thinking maybe the refs will let this be a little bit more of a physical game, but that foul called. Shot up and good. A difficult shot. Great defense by Valasek, but Siegel able to get that shot to go with his left hand. Back up by 8 are the Foxes. 4:54 left in quarter number 3. Riggle's going to try to slip or follow that screen. Slipping in his Valasek. He's going to pull up baseline shot. Good. Jack Valasek with a big shot, and right there is probably why you want him to get a couple shots up despite missing here in the third quarter. You let him shoot those to get him comfortable to shoot a shot like that, high difficulty, and that baseline sort of pull up. Back within 6 are the Riverhawks. Another shot from range, top of the arc, rolls around, no good. Wide open rebound, and then wide open putback by Thomas Patterson, and a timeout called, I believe, by the Riverhawks, if I'm not mistaken, Josh. 30-second variety. Why don't you tell us about another one of our wonderful sponsors?
Well, I'd like to tell you about UFP Parker. I just spoke with Shelly today, finally, after the new year. They are going to be our opening tip sponsor for the rest of the way for Armstrong boys and girls basketball. And you know what? UFP Parker, one of the leaders in prefabricated lumber products, located in Parker, right at the tippy top of Armstrong County. And if you're looking for a new career where you can find a job and be treated like family, check out their website, ufpi.com/careers. A great sponsor, been with us a long time. I finally got in touch with Shelly today, Joe. Didn't get a chance to tell you that through all the melee today. So Shelly and Hutch, UFP Parker, back on board for yet another season. A fantastic sponsor.
Speaking of wood, too, Josh, if you're trying to swing some lumber, go to AIA. Another one of our terrific sponsors, Armstrong Indoor Athletics. Thank them for their support this year. Armstrong Indoor Athletics, a great place this time of year, especially a day like today, to continue to do what you love, play a sport you love like baseball or softball or even some indoor soccer. Armstrong Indoor Athletics, right in Katanning.
Yeah, the giant indoor diamond they placed in there at the beginning of last year, now fully functional, fully operational. A lot of youth sports leagues playing in there right now. And they are a great sponsor here on High Top Sports Network. Coach Schaefer, Coach Harmon, thanks to them as always.
Wiles going to put up the three, no good. Olsen fighting for it, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. Tried to get around that good box out, but unable to do so. Give credit there to Betancourt Jones with the box out. Olsen's second foul. Wearing number 4. You know my favorite number 4 of all time, Josh? This is an easy one.
Lou Gehrig.
Nope. Although, respect to Lou Gehrig, a great player in his own right, but wrong sport. I'm talking basketball. Favorite number 4 in basketball, Josh. And that shot's up and good. A 3 by Moser. Just like that.
Chris Webber.
11-point lead for the Foxes. That one stripped away by Betancourt Jones. Looked like Valasek was going to have an easy opportunity. The other way up and good. This run by the Foxes capped off there by a nice take by Rehack, who will go to the line and try to get 3 points the old-fashioned way, Josh.
Well, what a sequence here for the Foxes. Knocking down a long 3, get a steal.
Yeah.
Way up the other way, fouled, and a chance for a 3-point play. Turn that 6-point lead quickly.
A good time.
13.
Yeah, good timeout by the Armstrong sideline there. You know, it was within as few as 6. I want to say even maybe, I think it was 6 is the closest that the Riverhawks have gotten in this quarter. It's kind of staying right where it was at the end of the second quarter as far as deficit-wise, but here the deficit, I almost put an L in that word somehow,
I do that
increased to 13, so stoppage. And while we have a chance, we're going to thank another one of our wonderful sponsors here on High Top Sports. And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Thanks to our wonderful golf course sponsor, the official golf course of High Top Sports Network, Bird's Foot Golf Club. Coming back rim, no good. And an offensive board is up with it, no good. Another chance for the Foxes, but stripped away there by Olsen. Great defense by number 4. The answer there, Josh, J.J. Reddick.
Oh, I should have known that.
Yep. Nice little hesitation, kick out, but a steal turnover by Wiles. And going the other way are the Foxes the whole way, and a charge. Nice job there by Varsity. He's going to pay the price because he hit the ground mighty hard. But an offensive foul against the Foxes. Sorry, Josh.
No, I was going to say Jack getting up like me in the morning right there. That had to hurt.
I don't think Jack wants to be compared to you and how you wake up in the mornings.
That's true.
Not good, Jack.
Hey, Jack, it's coming, baby. It's coming.
At least Jack knows how to get a haircut.
That's true. He's not rocking the Kenny Slickett, nor is anyone else ever. This mess on my head.
So the Riverhawks with the basketball. Back to Riggle. Riggle's going to put up the shot. Rattles around and good. Shooter's roll. Isaiah Riggle continuing his strong night. Brings the Hawks back within 10, Josh.
Young Riggs with the confidence over the past 4 games. He has been their leading scorer, or right there, number 2, double digits. He's been great and going to the rim more often.
I believe he's leading him in scoring here tonight. He's got 10 points to match his uniform number. $25 points for the Riverhawks, 10 of which from Riggle. There's a strip still ahead to Zepp. Zepp's going to track it down, come to a jump stop, up with it, and good. Nice job by the Riverhawks to get out in transition and get the bucket. Zepp there to finish. 27 points now for the Hawks, back within 8. 2 minutes left, third quarter. A nice bounce back, and give Coach Kowalski credit on the Armstrong sideline, calling that timeout, and his team scoring 5 points out of it. Ooh, Bartolovic trying to get his hand around the post-up move there, but the foul called.
That's a tough call going against Bartolovic, because I think his hand was underneath. I don't think there was contact right there, Joe. It just, the ref is going to blow the whistle right there just on appearance, and that's a tough foul to go against the Riverhawks.
So the
kind of like pass interference in football, Sometimes it looks like it when it really isn't.
So Caden Kaiser at the free throw line. Up and good on the first. It's going to take some getting used to here, Josh, the whole change in fouls and thus free throws. The 1-and-1, no longer a thing.
Not a huge fan of the rule change, but I can see some advantages for coaches in strategy.
Second shot up and good as well. Dockey and Anderson back in the game for the Foxes.
Well, security guard down there got a dap after, wanted to see, that was Kaiser coming off the court, went down and dapped up the security guard.
They're boys.
Yeah,
maybe,
right?
Maybe they're related, who knows?
Possibly.
Another shot from that corner. Valsek, no good. 2 Foxes in the vicinity to grab that rebound. Deep 3, good. Back in front by 13, their highest lead of the game. I believe that was number 21. Olsen tries to draw contact, hard off the glass, no good. And ball's going to stay here. Foul's going to go against Fox Chapel.
Yeah, late whistle right there.
Just to wrap up that last possession, that 3 was by Asher White again. So we've called a lot of Fox's names here tonight in terms of scoring, Josh. Another one right there.
Yeah, just after the subs right there, you got 4, 6, 7, 7, 6 on the board for the 5 on the floor for the Foxes.
You got to love that if you're a coach. Riggle thinking about the shot. Olsen, same deal, little shot fake, tries to kick it out, no look. Wiles in there, but they're going to say a jump ball. It's going to stay here with the Riverhawks. 1:02 left, third quarter. So the timeout a little bit ago by the Riverhawks brought them back within 8, or I'd like to credit it with helping bring them back within 8. Then the lead swelling right back up to 13 where it was prior to that timeout.
Kind of would like Ian Olsen to go to the rim right there. Beatty's man baseline left hand.
Zepp left hand, no good. Wiles rips away a rebound. Shot by Riggle, no good. So a couple opportunities there for Armstrong, unable to capitalize as the Foxes look to continue piling on here and get their largest lead of the game, currently sitting at 13. That, of course, the largest lead. They're going to hold, it looks like, for the last shot. Asher White with the basketball. .21 seconds left, third quarter. These Armstrong white uniforms, they look like the Space Jam uniforms, Josh.
They kind of do. With the font and the outline on the Hawks.
The stripes on the around the shoulders and the bottom of the shorts. Great look. Always a big fan of anything that looks like anything from the movie Space Jam.
I mean,
except the Monstars.
Start singing the theme song if you'd like.
No.
Okay.
I as much as I don't want to hear it, I'm almost positive nobody out there wants to hear it. Probably even worse.
What about Aladdin? I'm good at that.
That would take. Travel, good call there. With 1.9 seconds left, so tough for Armstrong to put anything up here.
This is where I would stand right next to the guy taking the ball out of bounds and clap for it, and he would inevitably throw it into me so I could chuck it.
Valsek gets this one off the top of the backboard, no good. And that's how things will end here in quarter number 3. An 8-point advantage going into the third quarter, now a 13-point lead for Fox Chapel as they head into the final 8 minutes of this one, leading 40-27 over the Armstrong Riverhawks. Josh, we're going to take a quick break here and thank another one of our tremendous sponsors here on High Top Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Josh Reckengoss, Joe Rhodes here for the final 8 minutes of this one. This fourth quarter brought to you by Bird's Foot Golf Club, my happy place, a place that I wish I was at more often this time of year, but due to the fact we live in a terrible climate in Pennsylvania.
Terrible golf climate, that's for sure.
Yeah, terrible golf climate. I am unable to be there as much as I would like, or as I am in the summertime, which is a whole heck of a lot. Enough that some might say I'm obsessed. As another shot from range, good by the Foxes. Asher White knocking down the tray to get things going here in the fourth quarter.
Huge basket right there for the Foxes coming out of that quarter break. Hit a three, extend that lead to 16.
Yeah, you might notice it still says the first quarter. Unable to change that for whatever reason. Oh, now, is it going to let me? Oh, it is. There we go. Hey. So nothing doing on the last possession for Armstrong. Unable to respond. And now their backs are really against the wall. A minute into this fourth quarter, and they're down by 16. Little jump stop, pop. Zepp with the board. Josh, I want to go back to something really significant that you said earlier as the foul is drawn. Nice job by Zepp to get to the rim as he's fouled. But this Fox Chapel team, you talked about them being able to reload. And boy, is that true. And I think it's evident by the fact that you have so many scorers on this team. You know, I think you're 2 years removed from a WPIAL championship, and you have so many different guys up and down this roster able to contribute and put points on the scoreboard. It's really a testament to what you said. Not really falling off too much because of the ability to retool what they have up, left on the roster and what they saw coming after that WPIAL championship.
And you know what, Joe? You see the point distribution, and it's yes, it's great for a coach to say, hey, I got a bunch of guys that can score points, but it shows the unselfishness of this Foxes team. And if everybody does their job, when you get an open shot, you knock it down. We're going to win the majority of our games, and that's exactly what they do here at Fox Chapel.
Jacob Zepp making one of 2 free throws in his last trip. Riverhawks back within 15, but a foul on the floor. It looks like it's going to go against Jack Valasek.
I dislike that call, too, just because, you know, the guy goes up in the air. You're maintaining contact with him, trying to D him up in the post. He goes up in the air, and your arm goes with him, and you get a foul call. It's a tough one. Of course, I disliked a lot of foul calls that went against me. Never was really like, great call, ref.
Nice job there by, I believe that was White. Oh, sorry, Caden Kaiser trying to back down his defender, and nice job doing so. Nice give and go up with the basket, and good is Will Siegel.
Now, Siegel had that tip right before halftime, and he's had a nice game as well. I mean, just go down the list, as we said.
Needed that one. Unable to get it to fall was Valasek. A save by the Foxes, and again, Riverhawks living and dying by that 3. Oof. Siegel almost traveling on that. Foul by Bartolovic, and really just everything in the side of Fox Chapel. 5:54 left in this one. Goes back to what I said a moment ago, Josh. Living and dying by the 3 are the Riverhawks here. If you look at what the Foxes are doing in their offensive possessions, they've made their 3s. That's one part of it, but also, 2, getting to the bucket and moving the basketball quite well. You saw it in that last possession where the Foxes had that little give and go to Siegel, who was able to finish at the rim. But good ball movement's always going to open up better opportunities, and I think that's why Fox Chapel's been able to excel, especially here in the second half on the offensive end.
Multiple dabs for the security guard that time.
Oh, that's got to be a travel. Yep, it is indeed. Ball back over to Armstrong. Yeah, that security guard, very popular amongst
the whole team basically came over that time when they came off the court.
Wonder if it's good luck.
I hope so.
Or he's just a cool guy. It's got to be one or the other.
Armstrong needs to start
Maybe
doing
both.
that to Todd Harvey.
Armstrong needing points right now. Zepp gives it to Wiles, unable to hold on to it. That's going to stay here. That off the foot of the Fox Chapel player, Will Moser.
Hate to say it, Joe, but Wiles, maybe a case of the yips there underneath the hoop. That ball basically handed to him by Zepp.
He had one glance off his hands in the first half as well, similarly. Valasek now with the basketball. Great defense there.
That was nice. Nice takeaway.
And the Riverhawks able to tie up the basketball. 45-28, 5:15 left here in quarter number 4.
Yeah, great anticipation there by Alex Betancourt-Jones. Going around that entry pass to Olsen, knocking it away, but the Riverhawks come out of the scrap with it.
Ian lucky not to get away with a travel there, or to get away with one, rather, and able to take advantage of it and put it up for the little jumper. And good, so back within 15 are the Riverhawks.
Right across the way, the entire Olsen clan here in support of...
Oh, Ian's here. Or Ian's here.
Yep, Caden's here.
Fox Chapel going to be very methodical, you imagine now. But as I say that, they put up a 3. No good. Rebounded by the Foxes. Foul going the other way.
Yeah, clear out there. Number 5.
Yeah, that was number 5, as you said, Josh. Rehack. John Rehack with the foul. But I was just about to say before that, Josh, that the Riverhawks had a lot of second chance opportunities in that first half. Not as many here in the second half. That's one thing that the Foxes have cleaned up and done a better job at, is preventing the Riverhawks from those second chance opportunities that I speak of probably way too often, but such a key in high school basketball. It really is. Not allowing those second chances by getting the defensive board. I think that's a big reason why the Riverhawks were down by just 8 in that first half, and now that lead swelled to 15. Zepp kick out. Valasek 3 from the corner, no good. Wiles somehow getting in there for it, and a jump ball called. Wiles somehow skirting right in front of Betancourt Jones. I don't know how he did it, but as a result, was able to get a hand on the basketball. Players tumble, ball tied up, and back to Fox Chapel with 4:03.
Well, I'm seeing a Titleist Pirates hat walk out here, and that is going to be a purchase.
Yep, golf on our brains, always.
Some may say we are obsessed. I would say everyone says we're obsessed.
That's okay.
To the next level is our friend, West Shamokin, boys varsity basketball head coach Judd McCullough would say.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. There's some bad obsessions to have out there. If mine's golf, then that's all right. Valasek, 3 from the corner, no good. Wiles once again in the middle of that, but able to corral it for the Foxes was Caden Kaiser. Riverhawks get it back, though. Valasek, another chance from the corner. Good. Jack Valasek knocking down the 3.
Joe, I could have told you that one was good before he touched the ball. You know why? Because Jack shoots a heck of a lot better catching the ball in rhythm and going up instead of off the dribble.
Yep.
Coach Kowalski and I talked about that last week, and he said he's been imploring Jack to do more of that. Get to a spot, catch it in rhythm, and go up instead of trying to shoot off the dribble.
Foul by Olson. You kind of saw as he was getting to the hoop that Moser was sort of kind of momentum was going forward, and part of his body was starting to come back towards Olson, his uniform as well. So the foul called, and now Moser will shoot a pair, makes the first. Back in front by 13 are the Foxes. Largest lead of the night, I believe 15. And making the second was Moser. So that 15-point advantage is still the case as Riggle missing that left-hander, somehow getting it back. Boy, oh boy, is he sneaky. Deep 3 by Riggle, no good. Long rebound there, poked away, saved. Riggle with it. Good hustle by the Riverhawks. Excellent hustle, in fact, to keep this basketball. Shot by Zepp, no good. Trapped by the Hawks. And a timeout, very smart timeout there, taken by the Foxes. So while we have a chance, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the remainder of this one here on High Top Sports.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. Fourth quarter action here at Fox Chapel High School between the Armstrong Riverhawks and the Fox Chapel Foxes. No, I did not say that incorrectly. This is Fox Chapel you see on your screen. The game was supposed to be at Armstrong. But pretty clear the difference between red and blue, but for those that might be colorblind or have other eye deficiencies. You can't read.
Can't read.
Well, I don't know if reading has anything to do with picking up color.
Fox Chapel on the court.
Yeah. Fair enough. But Fox Chapel with the basketball and a 14-point lead. I said 15 there a moment ago. I'm not a math guy. All my math teachers, if any of them have tuned in for these broadcasts, probably are just so disappointed in me. But I'm doing other things with my life.
Yeah, like running a chainsaw.
Insert. Well, I'm not just running chainsaws. I'm talking about, like, career-wise. Yes, I ran a chainsaw yesterday. It's not what I do for a living. And nothing's wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like,
many
made it seem like
multiple talents.
I have a secret career of
I do chainsaw
as a lumberjack.
Art. You can find me at the Fort Armstrong Folk Festival. If you'd like a bear, I can make one. Anything, a woodland creature.
I don't do that.
Don't let him fool you, folks. He's got a custom chainsaw, and he gets very fine detailed.
I do have a leprechaun carved out of wood.
A wood nymph, I believe.
yeah, that's I just said leprechaun so the folks out there would know what I'm talking about.
Gnomes. You do a great gnome.
I do. The secret's out now. I will see all you folks at the Fort Armstrong Festival with all my wooden creatures.
In your little tent.
I'm just a little embarrassed, that's all.
Why? I mean, it's a fantastic skill.
Nobody need to know about it.
I mean, you go there and you put on a fake beard so nobody will recognize you.
I grow my own beard, thank you.
Well, part of it's
my real
fake.
beard.
That's true. I mean, I can't grow a beard, so I said it was fake.
Yeah, yours looks like
it doesn't look like
Captain
anything.
Jack Sparrow.
It looks worse than that.
At the free throw line are the Foxes. Up and good on the first is Caden Kaiser. Kaiser with 8 points now in the ball game to go along with his 3 fouls.
8, 10, 10, 8, 6. I mean, it just doesn't matter who they sub in. It seems they have like 6 points, 8 points, you know.
Another opportunity up with the basket and fouled. Again, another one of the names, many names we've called tonight. Will Siegel will head to the charity stripe. So what plagued them in the first half is now on their side, and that is offensive rebounds. Fox is really doing some work on the offensive glass. But unable to connect on that shot was number 12 as Rehak back into the game. And after this shot, Siegel will be subbed in for. 1:36 left here, fourth quarter.
Oh,
no good on that one. Yeah, so the lead of 15 going to remain the same. That one, Jack Valsek getting to that corner. We've seen him put up a lot of shots from there. Draws the foul, so he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. You got to like that if you're the Riverhawks. That stops the clock and gives the Armstrong senior an opportunity to bring his team back within 13.
Yeah, Jack only 7 points tonight. Make it 8 now after that free throw. Not a good shooting night for him, nor the Riverhawks as a whole. I mean, 34 points at this point in the game. You know you're missing.
Yeah, indeed. And really just a different-looking team in that second half. Don't know if it's fatigue or what it is, but Valsek did knock down that second shot. But, you know, just wonder how – maybe you got to give credit, too, to Fox Chapel. I was going to say, nice shot fake.
Oh.
And loose ball. And that's the point I was going to get at right there. Timeout by Fox Chapel. Quick whistle.
Wow.
But what the difference is for Armstrong not getting those offensive opportunities after missed shots, it partially probably has to do with the adjustments Fox Chapel made. I think it's fair to say that. But also, too, I brought up fatigue because you can be a little more tired, and it really will impact your ability to kind of have that little extra effort that you need to be as effective as they were in that first half. So maybe just a combination of things, but certainly you see Fox Chapel here now in the second half doing an excellent job of getting some offensive rebounds. Seems like the last few possessions, really, that's been the case for the Foxes.
Well, I'll tell you, Fox Chapel's throwing body after body at Armstrong, too. Riverhawks have only run 7 all night. And I believe 11 Fox Chapel players have made their way onto the court this evening. So, you know, couple that with any fatigue they may be feeling. You know, you got fresh legs coming in all the time for Fox Chapel. It's tough to keep up.
So just 1 minute and 15 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Armstrong's going to need a Herculean effort to either win this or take it to extras. Rehak with a chance now, up high off the glass. Another offensive rebound. Rehak with it, and that one is good, and that's been the story here of the second half. Another basket for the Foxes after a miss. Valsek pull up. That corner has been his spot all night, but unable to get it to go. And the Foxes, who lead by 15, look like they're going to move to 3-0 in section, while the Riverhawks will drop to 1-2. here in Class 5A Section 2. And there's a foul by Wiles. It will send the Foxes to the free throw line, namely number 24, Alex Betancourt Jones.
Well, getting the 5 over there at the scores table, or 4 actually right now for the Foxes. So some JV guys getting 30 seconds toward that varsity letter.
Yeah, again, make sure you check me out at the Folk Festival this summer. I'll be there with some of my creations, as I like to call them.
He takes an entire stump, folks. This is amazing. You got a full-on stump. It's just pulled from the ground.
I pull, and I find my own stumps too.
Yes, and that's what I think
separates me from the rest.
Yeah, right. In the chainsaw art community, you're one of the few guys that doesn't get a pre-made stump.
Or one that I scavenge. I'll go far and wide to find.
Got to find the right wood too.
Yep, I'm very picky.
Can't have any termites or anything in
it. Nope. Deep shot, good.
And you got one chainsaw for the big cuts, and then the fine tuning. It's like a real little mini chainsaw.
Little hand chainsaw. Yeah. 38 points now for the Riverhawks. Bring them back within 12, but 8 seconds left. It's going to be too little, too late. Riggle with that 3 a moment ago, and I urge you that if you've never tried it, please do. It's a piece that only it can bring me.
The fine-tuned chainsaw, it's almost comical how small it is.
And the noise it makes, a very high-pitched noise.
Yeah, it's like...
Yep, unlike the regular chainsaw. As the Foxes will, great segue, will walk away here with a 50-38 victory. They will indeed move to 3-0 in section. The Riverhawks drop to 1-2 with the loss. Real quickly here, the Foxes will continue play here. Again, this game was supposed to be at Armstrong, but now here at Fox Chapel, they'll continue play against Woodland Hills, a team we saw on the network. They will play again here at home against Woodland Hills on the 12th. As for the Riverhawks, they will welcome Shaler on the 12th. So things not getting any easier for Armstrong. They're going to face Shaler, and then they'll have a game at Plum on the 16th. So, Josh, your quick breakdown of this one.
Well, right out of the gate in the second half, Fox Chapel comes out, hits a 3. And right there, you could see the momentum kind of shift. That tip right before the end of the first half gave them a little jolt going into the locker room, but they ran a play, had the ball first, come out, hit a 3 in the corner, make an 8-point lead, an 11-point lead. And that kind of gave them the boost that they needed to carry on through. Got a lot better rebounding, kept Armstrong limited to those, one-and-dones down the court. Riverhawks go cold from long distance. I mean, that's a formula for success for the Foxes.
Yeah, you pretty much said it all there. I think that's pretty stout analysis, just like you broke down my chainsaw work. But well, people weren't supposed to find out about that, but now they know. So, oh well.
There's a secret Facebook group.
Oh, we're supposed to tell that either.
I'm not going to give the name. I mean, you got to do the research, but it's out there.
All right. Well, my breakdown is pretty much similar to yours. Listen, I love the three-point shot. It can get a team going whenever you're able to make it. You can really, create momentum, and we saw that against Woodland Hills when they played at Armstrong. But tonight, it just wasn't working. Armstrong, I don't think, did a strong enough job of trying to get to the basket, trying to draw fouls. How many times did we see the Foxes at the line in the second half? And I think that was because of their aggressiveness, trying to get to the basket, trying to get to the basketball hoop. And that's something that just kind of eluded Armstrong. I think even against Woodland Hills, Armstrong picked their spots. When they saw an open lane, they took it. And so I think when you start falling in love with shots from range and lower percentage shots and don't deviate from that, it's going to really spell disaster for you. And, what was an 8-point disadvantage for Armstrong swelled to what?
16?
It got as high as 16, I believe, maybe. But they lose by 12, so you're still 4 points. Plus 4 for the Foxes in the second half. So again, Armstrong, I think, needs to continue to kind of work to find their identity. I know they like to shoot the 3. They like to shoot shots from range. But, I'd like to see just sort of quick passing. That's one thing that we saw from Fox Chapel tonight. Quick passes really left open lanes and allowed the Foxes to drive. And when that lane would collapse, then they'd kick, and then they'd have a wide open 3, a higher percentage 3 than rushing one, and they seem to knock those down too. So it all kind of starts with good ball movement, not putting the ball on the floor until you find that open lane and really attack the basketball hoop. But again, Armstrong, I think, a lot to still do in the season, a lot of time to, again, find that identity and kind of resemble something we saw from Fox Chapel, who seem to really know what their strengths and their weaknesses are as they come away with a 50-38 win, do the Foxes. I want to quickly one more time thank our sponsors, because we are so grateful for them, and as you should be out there, for helping us bring you this action wherever you may be, whatever device you may be watching on. Those sponsors, of course, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, Bird's Foot Golf Club, Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, where we're going to be getting sushi tomorrow for sure, Nicola Ann Photography, Ryan Bowser State Farm, like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser State Farm is there. Steffi's Country Catering, would urge you to check out their Sunday specials for the playoffs. Bring the Steelers good luck. I promise, if you get Steffi's, it will bring them good luck.
That's right. Proven.
And also, again, want to thank UFP Parker in Parker, PA. That about does it. Thank you guys for tuning in. For Josh Schreckengoss, my name is Joe Rhodes. You guys have a great rest of your night, and may no train pass you by.